We just moved here and we're in a townhome, and I had to pack all my stuff. You saw me pictures of me packing all my crochet stuff and getting ready to go. It was a big move that we made, and we're in a townhome now that we're renting for a while. So, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging until we get into a new place, because it's going to be a while. So I've got my cup of tea and here I go. So I'm going to be just kind of working away. I'm going to videotape my progress and stop now and then and give you an update as to where I am. So here we go. It's going to be a big job. Might take me a couple of days, but we're going to get this accomplished. So wish me luck. First of all, I gotta move a bunch of stuff out because it's a very pretty small room. It's only 9.5 by about 10.5. So there's a lot of stuff in there that's just kind of all sitting around. So I gotta bring a whole bunch of stuff out in order to be able to organize, because there's too much in there to even work around. Several tubs of finished projects. I have a closet down the hallway. That's where I plan on putting these tubs of finished projects, at least for now, until I get the rest of the room organized. Then if I have room, I will bring the tubs back in. I have a couple cabinets upstairs that I may, depending on the room and the space I have, I may bring down and I can store them there. There's all my tubs. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tubs of finished projects. And I've got stacked right there. Hopefully it's not too much in the way for you guys to see, but I've got a closet that I'm going to put them in, but I need to clear the path to this closet next. So we'll get to that in just a moment. I also do scrapbooking, or I have in the past, and I enjoy doing it, but I haven't done it for a while. And those white cubes that you saw me move there, that's where all my scrapbooking stuff is. And I am not sure that there's going to be room in here for my scrapbooking as well, because I would like to put a small desk in here to put up to do my videos and stuff at. So I don't know if they're going to get to stay or not, but I just wanted to kind of get them a little bit further out of the way so I could work in the corner. My goal, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got my cubbies there. I'd like to put my cubbies all across that back wall as high up as I can go, and that's where my yarn is going to be stored. So that's kind of my first my first step in organizing this room, is to get my yarn cubbies with all my yarn up along the back wall. I'll have to have my husband help me secure them to the wall, but that is my goal. So that's my first goal in all of this, is to get my yarn up against the wall. So that's what I'm kind of rearranging and moving things out for, so I can get those there. Up my yarn cubbies, since they were all full of yarn, we decided the best way to do it was to just take and saran wrap or plastic wrap them, each of the sets, so we didn't have to take them apart and box up the yarn and use boxes and that kind of stuff. So we just left the yarn in them. So now I gotta go and cut all that plastic wrap off, so I can get them ready to set up. So that's what I'll be working on next. my first thought isn't going to quite work the way I wanted it to work. That's okay. So now I got to just take some time and figure out how I'm going to arrange the room so that it's a little bit better, so that it still works the way I want it to work. And I may have to switch which wall I put these on. So off to get my tape measure, come back and do some measuring and some math and figure out what's going to work a little bit better. So I've actually got quite a bit accomplished in a short amount of time today. I still have I have 2 cubes that are sitting on the floor in front of my other cubes. I want to lift those up on top of what's already there, but they're too heavy for me to do by myself. So I'm gonna have to wait until I get some help to lift those up. Now I'm just gonna have to sit down and just sit in the room and think about what it is I want to do with the rest of the space. I want to put I have another cabinet over here that has my whips in it, my works in progress, so I want that to kind of go. I'm hoping it'll fit over here behind the door, and if it does, then I'm going to put a chair next to that to sit in while I'm working on my whips. That's my goal. And then on this other wall, I want to put kind of a desk area with my calendar and my things that help keep me organized. So, and I'm not sure I'm going to get a cabinet down here. I'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a tight squeeze. It's going to be a tiny space. But what I had before was all my yarn was in a small 5x6, 5x5 foot walk-in closet. So all my yarn was there, and any of my whips was out in a different room. And so I was constantly going back and forth between the 2 rooms. So at least I'll have it all in one room. That's the goal. Well, I did some work off camera, partially because I had to go find somebody to help me lift those cubbies up. So I got those lifted up, and I think I have them the way I like them. I like the fact that my dressmaker doll is kind of tucked in there in the corner, in amongst that. Now I'm down to some odds and ends stuff. Unpacking some boxes. That's got some of my utensils and my tools and knickknacks and that kind of stuff in it. So I'm going to be working on unpacking some boxes and at least sorting it out and figuring out what I want to keep in this room and what is going to leave. I still have my scrapbooking stuff over here that I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it in here or not. So there's another big decision. I'm thinking I have to bring one of my cabinets down, which means those are going to have to leave, but I don't know where they're going to go. So what happens when you downsize into a small townhome, when you've been living in a larger home? Well, I've done quite a bit today. I'm feeling pretty accomplished. I can at least get in the room. I have all my yarn against the back wall, as you can see. I still have my scrapbooking cubes in here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that. I have put my finished project tubs of finished projects. I have put them in a closet a big storage closet down the end of the hall. So they're at least out of here but easily accessible. So I can get back to those. I've got some ideas on the top of my cabinets and in a couple, or on top of my cubbies in the back, and in a couple of other areas. I want to use some of my larger baskets and maybe drape some of my finished projects over those. I also have ideas along this wall to hang. I've got some hangers. I don't know, some wooden hangers. I guess they're right here. And maybe hang some of my shawls on these wooden hangers that I found clearanced out at Hobby Lobby. I can maybe hang those up on the wall somewhere. So I've got some ideas that I'm still working on to organize this. The next thing I want to do is also rearrange the yarn in the cubbies so that it makes sense. It did make sense when I had it in my other closet in my other house, but it was arranged totally different. The room was a different size than this, and different shape, all of that. So I'm going to have to reorganize the yarn in the cubbies as well, and try to get it sorted according to what is makes it easy for me. So day one, I feel like I have accomplished quite a bit. So I need to do some figuring, some math, some measurements, and also need to run to the store and get some furniture coasters to put under one of my other units that I want to bring in here so I don't ruin the carpet. So a couple other things that I need to do before I can work on this again. So, well, welcome back. Day 2 of redoing setting up my new craft room, my new yarn room. As you can see back over there, I still have my cubbies along that wall. I'm really liking it. I am going to have to go in and reorganize the yarn so that it makes more sense, because right now it's just kind of hither-skither in there. So I do need to do that. I have brought in a cabinet. It's over here behind the door. I'll show you that, and I'll give you a quick glimpse of that in just a minute. It's got yarn in it. That's how I transferred the yarn, saving on boxes for the truck. So this cabinet over here, that's my works in progress cabinet. So I'm going to get it set up as well. So I have quite a pile of stuff that I need to go through. Anyway, I've got the scrapbooking cubes behind me. I've got to figure out what to do with, and once I figure out what to do with those, it'll give me a little bit more space in here. So I'm hoping to kind of get some of this stuff cleared out of here that I'm not going to be using, like those cubes. I'm going to stick them in the hallway for right now, but get that cleared out of here so I have a little more workspace. So you can see, I'll turn it around. Right there's my works in progress cabinet. So that is going to, I can't wait to get my works in progress back in there and what the yarn that's in there back out. So here we go tonight. I'm going to work on a little bit more, see what I can accomplish. Cubes out of here. It really kind of opens up the space just a little bit. I do have a cabinet that I think I'm going to bring down and put kind of where those cubes were, and it's going to hold some different things. I also have another set of cubes I bought that I was going to put in here, thinking I would need them over there. I could still use them. I have lots of yarn that's not in cubes or anything right now, so I might still yet put that together. I haven't quite decided yet. So, but I need some place to store my books, my crochet books, my knitting books. I'm just starting to learn to knit, so I've got just a couple of different ones for that, as well as storage for some more yarn, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tubs of yarn, 4 tubs of yarn and 1 tub of projects that need to be finished. So I've got that I'm going to work on as well. So I'm not exactly sure. I've got some baskets behind me. I think I might sort some of the yarn right now in those baskets according to how I want to put them on the shelves, and then I may go to sorting some yarn. So. So this is all my bulky cotton yarn that I have. So I had this, that's where I had it before at my other places. I had it kind of stashed in this basket because I didn't have a cubey spot to put it. So I went ahead and put it back into this basket, and I'm going to set this basket back over in the corner for now. But now it's out of my drawer, my cabinet over here, so, and more back where I really kind of want it. Now I can put, I've got some projects, some whips that I've got going here that I can put into the drawers. So this was a whip that I started a few weeks ago, shortly before the whole moving thing happened. So I've got the base of it right here. That's actually one that's in the process, but I need to wait to get the border put on that one. So I'm going to put these two in here. So the base of this one is done. I need to put a border on it, but I got to find the yarn to decide to put on that one. So that's one whip. I have yarn in this bag. The yarn that's in here, I have a project in mind for this yarn. I just haven't started it yet. So rather than taking the yarn back out, this is one of the next projects I want to do. I'm just going to have this bag sitting over here next to my whips so that it's ready to go. This is my travel bag that I use when I'm traveling and I want to take a whip with me. So it's got lots of different crochet hooks and scissors and things that I need to work on things in it. So those are the whips that I had in those two bags, so that I wanted to get in there. So there's a start. I'm here, I'm ready to kind of start sorting this out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort it kind of by weight of yarn. I'm going to put my lighter weight yarns over here, probably my cottons that clear up on top, just because I don't have a lot of cotton that I use, because I haven't used a lot of the cotton. So I'm going to put cotton, I think, more towards the top, and then do lighter weights over here and work towards the bulky over here, because I don't have a lot of bulky. Most of mine is DK or worsted weight yarn. That's mostly what I work with. I do work with some of the others occasionally, but I prefer the DK and just DK or sport weight and the worsted weight. So I think I'm going to start with the lighter weight here and work to heavier weight over here. I have a little bit of fingering, but I think it's in a box, so I'll have to wait and see when I get to that. So here we go. I'm going to make a mess in order to make it look right. So I found another whip that I've got started with this yarn, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in my whip container, my whip cabinet, and hopefully it'll get finished in the near future. little bit of work off camera. Had some phone calls come in, needed to do a little bit of that kind of stuff. So I did a little bit of work while I was talking on the phone, work off camera, and I've made some pretty good progress actually. I'm pretty impressed with everything that I've been able to get done. So behind me over here, everything on the top is my number 3 weight, and then starting down below, I've got number 4, and I'm working across this way, and then it eventually becomes my number 5 weight. I still have some up here that you can't see in the video just yet, but I've got some empty spaces up there. I'll probably fill in with some more number 4 weight, because I kind of want my heavy weight down below, because I don't get to it very often. But so I am making some progress. I'd like to continue to work here on camera this time, kind of get an idea of what I've been working on, sorting it all out, and hopefully pretty soon I'll have it done and I can maybe dig into some of these tubs that you can't see that are over in the corner. So I'm getting pretty excited about the progress that I've made so far. Well, I got the majority of it up there. I still have some boxes over here. Most of it's cotton. I'm gonna sort that out tomorrow. It looks like I might need to get some more. I have that other cubbies. I just don't know where I'm gonna put it. I got a lot accomplished today. Between yesterday and today, it's still not completely done. It's not the way I want it, but I'm making progress, and I guess that's what. I'm still working in my new crochet room. I'm very excited to have my crochet room. It's coming along pretty good, but I'm still not there. I think this is day 3 that I've been working on it. And I am ready to I've got all my yarn kind of reorganized. You can kind of see over here, right here, that I have my drawers. I did have them over here in this corner, and I decided I wanted them over here, and the cabinet that I'm going to use for storage of a lot of the stuff that you see behind me is going to go into the cabinet is over here. So I'll just give you kind of a quick view. See, there's the cabinet, and it's going to be my storage cabinet. It's going to have a lot of different things that I need to store besides the yarn. I'm going to put in that cabinet. So tonight I'm going to take some time and I'm going to work on that. I'm so excited. I had some help getting it down down a flight of stairs and into this room. So I was kind of waiting on that. I got a lot put into my cabinet, so I'm pretty excited about that. It makes this room feel a lot bigger now that there's a lot of stuff picked up off the floor. I still have some stuff to put away. I've got all my wall hangings. I want to get a chair for down here that I can sit in while I crochet. I've got all my bags back here that I need to figure out where I'm going to put those. Got a couple of baskets. And then, like I said, put some things up on the wall. I'm feeling really good about what I've accomplished, so I think for tonight I'm going to call that good until I can figure out exactly what else I want to do. Need to kind of sit on it and sit in here for a while and figure it out. Just a little bit tonight. I went digging through some of my finished projects and I decided to hang up or display some of those. I still want to display one over here. I just don't know what exactly I'm going to display because I want to get my boards up there. I've got a whiteboard and a bulletin board, and just, you know, that's what helps keep track of what I'm doing. So I want to get those up first and then decide what I have space for. You saw me take out a few different things. Those are things that I was hoping I could use in here, but the space just isn't big enough to have everything that I was hoping for. I'm still trying to leave room for a chair over in front of the windows. I have my curtains that I want to hang. I've got my pictures that my boards that I want to hang. I'm hoping to hang and display another project. I have my styrofoam mannequin head. I'm hoping that maybe I can put that up somewhere with a project on it as well. But back to the projects that I did display. Behind me you can see that I have three or four different projects. Now the shawl that's on my mannequin, that is my most recent shawl pattern that I have created, and it is also my pattern that I am giving away when I hit 500 subscribers, which I am super close. I was hoping I would get to that 500 subscriber mark a little bit quicker, but I haven't. So the link is in the description, so if you subscribe, be sure to comment down below the video telling me how you got started in crochet or knit. I'm
I'm okay if you want to tell me how you got started in knitting as well. So anyway, you have to make a comment to be order to be entered into the drawing. So hopefully I can give that away. You'll get the yarn to make the pattern for the written pattern for the shawl, and the yarn as you know, for winning the drawing. I have also put up 2 other patterns. They're baby patterns. I've got the one over here in the corner that is called my Sugar Plum Princess. I had found the yarn at Hobby Lobby. It was Sugar Plum was one color and Ballet Slipper was the other. So I immediately thought of the Sugar Plum Princess Ballet, and I created that pattern up there for that. It's a very simple, beginner-friendly pattern, so be sure to check out my website for that pattern. I will have it linked down below. And up in the other corner is a pattern, one of my first patterns. It is using the Crystal Wave Stitch, which is one of my favorite stitches. It is using a mandala yarn by Lion Brand. It's basically the Crystal Wave Stitch all the way through, but the colors and the gradient of that yarn really made it pop. It's one of my favorites. Again, the pattern can be found on my website free of charge, or you can purchase the pattern on my Etsy shop. Both of those will be linked in the description below, so be sure to check those out. And then over here in the corner on the basket is a deep purple Afghan. It's one of the very first Afghans that I made. It is not one of my original patterns. It was a pattern that I had found. I have no idea where I found it. I literally made that 30 years ago. It was in my bedroom for many, many years. It is very well used. Starting to see the wear, so I want to use it just as a display piece now. Although, you know, if I was down here and I was cool while I was working, it is something that I could wrap around myself. So that one I have put over there as well. I have been working on my new crochet room, my yarn room, my yarn vault. What I haven't exactly decided what I'm going to call it yet. And today I finally got the chair that I had ordered just for this room specifically. I'm nearly got the place put together, and I've got just a handful of things to do, and one of them is to put my chair exactly where I want it, put my throw on the chair, and then I also bought a blanket ladder back here that I want to put some other display pieces on. So welcome, and here goes my final touches. So I can't wait to get it over.
I am pretty happy with the way things turned out. I still have a couple of tubs of yarn, don't tell my husband, that are sitting still out in my hallway that I'm gonna have to just keep in the closet in the hallway for now. I don't have room for it. Most of the yarn in there are my hanks, my hand-dyed yarn, and my goal is to use up a lot of what I have in my stash here and work into bringing that into this room. A lot of that hand-dyed yarn I bought with thoughts in mind, but nothing set in stone. So I want to really save it for a special project because it is hand-dyed, and I'm just getting into the hand-dyed yarn. So I've been generally using yarn from Hobby Lobby and Joann's and Michael's, and that's what the majority of the yarn that I have in here is from. So I'm trying to save that for special projects, so I've set it off to the side for now, but I want to incorporate it into my room in the near future, probably in 2024, which is, by the way, just around the corner. So we only have a couple of weeks left here in December of 23, so 2023 has gone by very fast. The biggest thing that I've had to deal with this year is moving from one state to another, and about 900 miles. So, and I know within the next year and a half, we will, our plan, our goal, my husband and I, our goal is to buy a house. I feel like I have a great place to record now. And I feel like I have a great place to work. I've got lots of great sunshine that comes through these windows. I've got my little table here that I can use. I can put my laptop on, have a space now that I can sit and I can relax and work on things, you know. So if I'm crocheting and I'm making notes on a pattern, I can put my pattern book right here and I can write my notes right there. So it's going to be very easy. So I have finished, and I hope that you have enjoyed this process. I am done. My room is put together. I am so excited. I think I'm actually going to go get a project or pick up a project and sit down here and work on it for a little while because I am so excited. This chair is super comfortable. Hope that you've all enjoyed this so far, and thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel here at Dulce Bella Crochet Designs, and until next time, happy crocheting.